Good afternoon, everyone. Or good morning, should I say. Kenya Moore gets court order to have her daughter on the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
You know you come for the tea, housewives, celebrity news, and more, all from me, the real Lovely C. So sit back and relax your feet. Kick up your feet while the real Lovely C hit you with this tea. So hit that bell, you know the vibe. Tap that like, and how about subscribe?
Okay, now that we got that over, how are y'all doing? So, Kenya Moore gets court order to have her daughter on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's been a long time coming. Kenya Moore files for divorce, and she can have Little Brooklyn on the next season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 14. You know, we have seen it played out on the show. Kenya has won that battle so far, and this is why we couldn't see her on the last season. Because allegedly her estranged husband was fighting her in court to keep the baby off the show. Radar Online obtained court documents. The judge ruled in Kenya's favor. Her daughter can be filmed on season 14. However, Mark is fighting Kenya over money he wasn't he wants half of Moore Manor. That didn't come in the marriage, you know. They are still in court, and this has been going on since June. But we know that you will have to prove that she isn't a good mother. And we all know that Kenya is a good mother. And the judge ruled in her favor. So tell me how he going to get her half of the house and how he lives in New York and how he haven't even lived there allegedly for any length of time. Allegedly, he still had tags on his clothes that her best friend packed up and put in a box and mailed to him. Okay? Kenya bought those clothes. I believe that marriage is over. I will be glad when the divorce is over. I don't like the way he treats and talks to her. I remember when he was served papers, and then the person said he didn't live at the address in New York. But whatever makes me wonder why he didn't take Kenya or the baby to meet his parents. Allegedly, there was abuse in this relationship. I feel allegedly it was more mental abuse, but allegedly there has been some type of abuse. Remember how he talked to her on the show when the dinner was, and how rude he was to her and the producers? So I want you to think about the situation. I don't even think Kenya's mother have seen the baby neither. Neither has his parents. Well, his wife hasn't even seen his parents or met his parents, allegedly. And all Kenya have is her father, her aunts, and Brooklyn. So this will be the time, if someone was in the chat, that I will allow them to call in. But it's late. But just to give a demonstration, this is when you will call in. And I will put you on the panel if you wanted to call in. Here's my demonstration.
You want to cover housewife, government, and all to me. The real so sit back and relax and pick up your feet while the real love is here. And damn, you know the style. Tap that and
Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about it. It's late, it's late, it's late. But anyway, it'll be in the chats tomorrow and it'll get some views. Okay, so like I said, it's been a long time coming. Kenya Moore, she filed for the divorce. Can we blame her? This man has humiliated her for over the last 2 years. I believe in love. That I do believe in. But it's a problem when you get married and everything changes. I think Mr. Daly did not know what comes with reality television. Because there for one time he had Kenya all to himself, and then they eloped. After that, there was the baby. So he married Miss USA. He married an actress. He married someone with her own hairline. He married someone with money. He married someone who had her house built and paid for. But with reality TV, just like what we're going through now, the situation that we're dealing with in the United States and everywhere else, when you spend a lot of time with each other, either when you're locked in, you're either going to get knocked up, you're going to get a divorce, or you're going to get in a lot of arguing, or you're going to get married. And it's going to come in one of them forms of matters. So I believe that honeymoon was over before it started. Because when the marriage happened, there wasn't, I don't believe they were taping at the time. I do not know. I was not there. But for this conversation, you know, I would say, and giving my own thoughts and my opinion, Do you think he deserved to get half of her house? So that means she been taking care of the baby. Allegedly, she helped you out of debt because at that time, at one point of time, I believe he was in half partner. I'm not sure, but allegedly, and everything on my show is allegedly. Okay, so don't come over here for me. Don't come over here for me. Okay, I'm only reporting the news. All right, so I'm not here to shame anybody. I don't do that on this channel, but I will give my commentary and I will give you my opinion, what I think. Excuse me. Now, what I'm saying is it could go both ways. You know, my thing is when you get married, you become one. But when you get married too fast and you're in the house together, you have to learn each other. And you have to ask yourself, does a long distance relationship make it? Especially a marriage that's long distance. It may work for a while, but when you got cameras going back and forward, before the marriage, it was okay because you really wasn't involved. You might have made an appearance or two, and you really didn't have that much to say. The pregnancy came quick. So now you have a baby. And with that baby, you don't want her shown on television. Okay? Is that because you're not together anymore? And I do believe that on some reality shows, when you show your relationship or your marriage, sometimes the relationship doesn't work out. I personally am a housewife fan, and I didn't like the way that he spoke to her. I didn't like the way he put his hands up at the producers. And mental abuse is the same as verbal abuse. So, with verbal abuse, and you keep taking it, we start becoming mental and you become depressed. You become depressed. But after all that, Kenya is a wonderful mother. Do I think he deserves half of the house? No, I do not. Why take food from your child's and shelter from your child's mouth? She need a roof over her head. Kenya gotta work. So that's gonna feed the baby. Kenya has a hairline. That's gonna feed the baby. Kenya has allegedly helped you out. Did she get her money back? I don't know. You have a place in New York, allegedly. Is she getting half of that house? I don't know. But what I'm saying is, I don't believe that she deserved the treatment that she was given. I think as a first time mom and an older mom, she was ready for marriage. And maybe she fell in love too fast. So, with that, I'm saying is it A relationship takes time. And I don't think you should just jump straight into marriage. Sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. Okay? So you tell me what you think on this and I will get back with you. All right? Let it soak in. Tell me what you think and I'll get back with you. Tell me what you think about neither one of them having seen the parent. Excuse me. Neither one of them has seen the parent, the grandparents. There's something wrong with that picture. Why hasn't he seen the granddaughter baby hasn't seen his mother? Why has Kenya, as his wife, has not met his mother allegedly? Why? The people want to know why. We know that Kenya doesn't have a relationship with her mother because her aunt raised her. But she does now have a relationship with her father. So, with that saying, Kenya is suffering from abandonment issues, I believe. And with that, she's very vulnerable. She's very vulnerable. Now, everybody may not be a big Kenya fan, but the facts are the facts. She's a mother, she's a good mother, and she's a provider, and she loves her daughter. Now, we don't know much about Mr. Daly. We don't know much about him. We only know what we see and saw of him on television. And on that show, he just wasn't having it. I think he treated her very rude. You know, I really do. I think he treated her very rude. But what I would like for those families to come together, whether they get a divorce or not, and co-parent that child. Because at the end of the day, I do believe he loves his daughter. He loves his daughter. And although they not there, he's not there with her, it doesn't mean he doesn't love her. Deep down inside, I know he wished that he could spend more time with her. Hi, Shamila. How are you? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But I do believe that I forgot where I was. I was reading a comment. But anyhow, I do believe that when all this drama is over with, they're going to come together and they're going to co-parent that child the best way that they can. And Brooklyn is a beautiful little girl. And her being on the show doesn't hurt a thing. Doesn't hurt a thing. I do hope she get to meet her grandparents on both sides of the family and that one day they all can come together. Tell me your thoughts. Write them down in the chat and I will respond back to you. With that, I'm going to catch you with another video tomorrow. Thank you for joining me, the Real Lovely C, back with another video. Good night.